Hello everyone, this is Gene and I'm back with the final video of the night. So, as you can obviously tell here, this is going to be about Star Wars, but it's really not going to be about Star Wars. This is pretty much going to be a rant. This is going to be a rant about something that has been irking me all day long, and I've been making videos about comics and all this other stuff, but this is something that has just been irking me all the live long day, and I just need to get it off my chest. I want to be clear. This is a rant. It's no deep thought. It's no deep take or deep cut or anything. There's no deeper meaning behind this. It's no exploration of a thought or an idea. This is just me ranting about something that has been ticking me off all day long. So if you want something deep, come back tomorrow. But this one, the last video of the night, is just me ranting. Just be flat out honest about it. So here's the thing. I am not a big Star Wars fan outside of the character of Ahsoka. I have a weakness for the noble samurai archetypes. I mean, my favorite character in Mass Effect 2 was Samara, and she's basically a space samurai. So it has a soft spot in my heart. And I also grew up a fan and enthusiast of martial arts. I think that was pretty much unavoidable given that I've been playing fighting games since I was about 7 years old, and I grew up in the 90s, was the age of the action movies. So it was kind of, I guess, maybe not destiny, but it was pretty, I don't know. It's like pretty obvious that my interest, I think, would lie in the martial realm, even though I never exactly became a martial artist myself. But something else that I also have an interest in is weapons, in particular, swords. Again, lifelong martial arts fan, avid avid video gamer, kind of comes with the territory. And what is irking the ever living bejesus out of me is this picture here, right? The blonde. People keep saying that she's the character Brie Larson will be playing if this ever becomes a movie, because apparently she's from Disney's High Republic, which was supposed to replace the Old Republic, which is the original expanded universe that Disney effectively discarded, except they keep referencing it whenever they can. I can get away with it because they colossally screwed up with the sequel trilogy. But anyhow, what's been irking me about this picture all day is this stance here. It frustrates the bejesus out of me. I have never seen anybody hold a weapon in this way. Now, there are different types of martial arts schools, different types of swordsmanship skills, different types of swords out there, right? There's different types of European swords. You have broadswords, you have claymores, right? You have bastard swords, you have all these different types of swords, and that's just in Europe. Then, of course, in Japan, that's sort of legendary at this point, I think, for the samurai and the swordsmanship and the kendo schools and all the different fighting styles and all that. And that's fine. But I have never seen anybody ever hold a sword like this. I mean, look at the way. I mean, first of all, her knees are locked out. Her knees are locked out. You should always be in like a somewhat bent stance, at least in my experience, because I actually fenced in high school. I had a gym class that was fencing, so we always had our knees bent. But from every sword style I've seen, whether it's a quick draw sword style, or whether it's striking or thrusting, or whether it's European, or whether it's Japanese, or East Asian in nature, right? Wherever it comes from, I have never seen anybody stand with their knees locked out like that. Never seen anyone stand like that ever. And I understand that there's different stances, right? Some are more bent, some are more standing upright, right? And holding the sword close to you. A common one is to have the sword sort of a bit away from your own body and sort of pointing at the opponent and all this. So I get it. There are different stances and different styles in swordsmanship. I understand that. I respect that. But I've never in my life seen someone hold a sword like this. That doesn't look like a martial arts stance of any type that I've ever seen. That doesn't look like a swordsman stance of any type I've ever seen. This looks like someone dressed up as a Jedi, took out their toy lightsaber, and decided to take a picture, right? Like they're gonna post it to their Insta. Oh my God, I'm so flirty. I'm so sassy. I'm so cute. Here's the thing. That's fine if you're just goofing around, but this is supposed to be a rendering for a character that eventually someone in Hollywood is supposed to portray, assuming that Hollywood is even around after the coronavirus, right? But the idea is that this is supposed to be taken seriously. And yet, whoever drew this decided that the type of stance for a person with their lightsaber drawn, it'd be different if the lightsaber was not in the up position, right? But that's obviously a drawn and active lightsaber, right? She's gripping it with two hands, so it looks like she's ready to fight, right? And yet, her body language is just completely off. That is not a proper martial arts stance. And it just irritates me. It just irritates me so much. And you know why it irritates me so much? Because this image should not exist. There is too much information out there. We have the flipping internet. There is too much information out there these days about the martial arts, about sword stances and sword styles to get this wrong. This isn't like decades past where maybe you would have had to have some sort of prior knowledge or have to speak to an expert or have to travel to the actual land or school of origin and be taught. We're not That's not the way the world operates anymore. You can literally just go on Google and just look up sword stances, right? You want to know what a sword stance for fencing? You can look it up. You want to see a sword stance for kendo, right? Or you can look it up. Any type of sword stance or martial arts stance that you want, you can look it up. For crying out loud, there are videos. There are videos. These long, detailed videos about what is it? I think it's at least 4. Could be more. Again, I'm no Star Wars buff, but I know there's like at least 4. I think 4 or 5. Like main lightsaber styles in Star Wars. And there are videos online, right, by dedicated Star Wars aficionados that give these detailed explanations of these different lightsaber sword styles and their advantages and their disadvantages and who notable practitioners are. And there's wikis about this. There is so much information about whether it be Star Wars related martial arts in particular or just martial arts and weapons and sword styles in general that you should not be able to get this wrong. You shouldn't be able to get it wrong. When one of the most prominent female characters in the canon is Ahsoka, which is why she's in the background, is Ahsoka, the friggin' pseudo samurai, right? Who uses a double blade reverse grip style. And yet you have the nerve to draw this and then draw this picture with this woman in not even a sword stance and let it go public. Star Wars fans, you have my eternal sympathy because this is just one of those things where you just look at it and you're like, okay, this is off, this is wrong. And it is infuriating that they got this wrong when literally all of the information you could ever need is a video or a Google search away. This is ridiculous. And I think what frustrates me the most about this is that, to me, this is just like this image here of this blonde lady with the lightsaber just embodies how much Disney does not give a damn about Star Wars and does not give a damn about giving a damn. And what I mean by that is there are previous works, right? For example, Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? The creators behind that were so invested in the world they were creating that they actually based the four four bending styles around real world Chinese martial arts, right? Like water bending is based off of Tai Chi, if I remember correctly. Airbending is based off of Bagua, I think it's called, or Bagua Zan or Bagua Han. My pronunciation is atrocious. I apologize. But there's that. Earthbending, which was the style I always kind of personally gravitated to. I always gravitated toward the Earthbender characters. Lin Beifong is my spirit animal. But I think, if I remember correctly, Earthbending is based off of Hungar, right? Because it has very powerful stances and like having the feet on the ground and all that stuff. And I think Firebending is based around Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Something to that effect. There are like videos online where they actually interview the martial artist who served as a consultant to the show's creators to help them build the bending styles around these various martial arts styles. And you can see how the movements correspond to the particular element that they're associated with. So when you see something where someone obviously was passionate and invested in the work, and then you come across this where, in my opinion, the artist could not even be bothered to look up Sword Stance 101, how to not look like a fool, and draws this, and then whomever they had to report this to, eventually, right, it gets approved, and then this is supposed to be part of like marketing material, right, part of a larger list of like different characters for this High Republic thing. I'm like, I can't even trust the artist to do their research on something simple like a simple sword stance. I'm not asking for anything complex or especially rare. Just a regular sword stance you would find in Star Wars. Star Wars has had plenty of lightsaber battles over the years. You couldn't literally just look at one of the clips online, pause it, take a screen cap, and just copy that. No. You draw this. You draw this thing that looks more like an Instagram pic than an actual sword stance. You don't give a damn that much. And that just frustrates me. But that's all I have to say about it. That's the video. I will see you all tomorrow. Be happy, be healthy, be safe. I'll be back with some deep thoughts or whatnot tomorrow. But I'm tired. But I just had to get this off of my chest because it was just one of those things where it's like it won't leave me alone until I finally get it out. So anyway, I'll see y'all around. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, stay inside. Alright? See you in the next one. Bye.